Try going right there. If we wanted. Hope I didn't get your hair in there.
That's right. Zachary. He's like, who are you calling me? I'm gonna run away.
Yeah.
Watch out, it's going down here. Whoa. We're gonna go down this way, right?
No,
oh, which one? This way? Really?
Yeah, this way.
Uh-huh. I have no idea.
Wait.
Good job.
Daddy, look, there's a little skeleton right there.
Ooh. Ooh, scary skeleton. Ooh.
Daddy, there's a guy right down there.
Mm. There's little ghosts in the tree over there.
Look, Zach, look. Oh, Daddy, you did like little ghosts.
Ooh, little ghosts. Mm-hmm.
Even hang the little spider web right there.
Ooh, there's a spider web.
And it's green.
All these ghosts and spider webs and other things that were booby trapped. I'm really brave.
Yes, you are.
Oh, look at that big spider.
There's a spider and snakes and little spiders and another spider and some web. Remember, the spiders aren't real.
They're
There's a
not.
snake right there.
Are you sure they're not real?
What a skeleton snake. Look at this. Look at all the scary stuff here. Nice pet snake. And this, Dad, everything is here is nice. Oh, bats.
Come on, Zaki.
Daddy, look, there's bats.
There is bats.
They made this hallway pretty spooky. Oh, look. There's spiders and rattlesnakes on the rail. They made this house pretty haunted.
Snake dust. That's right.
That they were an inspiration. But my neck has this lovely collar. Can you see my collar? It's lovely. Fashion models can only hope to aspire to have such an amazing accessory. All right, let's agree that we both have spectacular necks. It's really not good of us to fight over who has the better this or the better that. You know, I remember Peter Porcupine telling me about an opossum that bragged too much about his tail. And look what happened to him. Why? what happened. Well, let's see if Peter might come out and tell us the story. Hey, Peter! Peter! Well, hello, everyone.
Peter!
How are you doing today? My name is Peter Porcupine, and I have these lovely spines, but be careful. You don't want me to back into you. Now, the story that I have for you involves an animal that you might not have seen. So I brought with me a picture of this animal. It's all about the opossum. How many of you have seen an opossum? Yeah, not many of us. They don't live quite this far north very much, but you might get lucky enough to see one. They're lovely little animals, wiry fur, little bald ears, little beady eyes and whiskers, and a lovely tail, or so the opossum thought. You see, this story is all about a possum who thought he had the most beautiful tail. And in fact, he had a beautiful tail. It had fur all down it. It was not like this tail right here. Instead, it was furry and lovely, and he used to brag about it all the time. A possum would go here and there to any meeting, and he would say, "Look at my lovely tail, isn't it grand?" I think I have a lovely tail too, a little different. But the possum's tail was long and furry, and he thought it was just the best. So every chance he got, he would say, "Look at my tail. Isn't it just grand? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it lovely? Wouldn't you love to have a tail like mine?" Well, all the animals at the meetings would get really tired of hearing this. Because who wants to hear about someone else's tail, how beautiful it is, when in fact other animals have beautiful tails also? So everyone got really mad, and all the animals came together and they said, "Hey, come over here. Look, we've got to form a plan. I am tired of listening to a possum talk about his tail. We need to do something about it." And one animal came forward and said, "I'll take on that challenge. I think I have a way to get a possum to not brag about his tail so much." And that animal, well, he's not here, but it was Rabbit. Rabbit with the big long ears and the fluffy little cute little bunny tail, right? Rabbit came up and said, "I will fix that opossum." And so the very next day, Rabbit went over to Opossum's house, knocked on the door and said, "Hey, Opossum, let me on in. I need to talk to you for a moment." Opossum let Rabbit in because they were friends, of course. And he came to the table and they sat down and they had a cup of tea. And Rabbit then said, "Opossum, I have a proposition for you. We have a great meeting coming up next week, and we would like you to start the meeting. We would like you to speak first at the meeting because you have such a lovely tail, and everyone should see how beautiful it is." Well, Possum, of course, thinking that indeed he had the best tail in the animal kingdom, decided that sounded like a good idea. "Sure, I will start the meeting," he said. Rabbit looked at his tail and said, "The only thing is, Opossum, you know, your tail is a little shaggy. Could use a little sprucing up." "But I have just the thing," Rabbit said. "In my medicine bag, I have some medicine that I could put on your tail to make it shimmer and shine like you have never seen. And everyone will indeed love that tail of yours." So Rabbit went into his little bag and he pulled out this little potion and he put it on the table. And he pulled out another one and he put it together and he started mixing and swirling and putting it all together. And then he said, "All right, Opossum, I'm ready. Turn around, let me see your tail." And Rabbit took Opossum's tail and he took the magic potion and he smeared it on that tail all the way down, rubbing it right into, all the way down to the skin of that tail. And Opossum didn't know it, but as Rabbit was doing that, the hair started to loosen from his tail. Now Rabbit was smart. He said, "Opossum, next what we need is some snakeskin because I want this magic potion to sit on that tail for a long time." So he wrapped the tail around and around and around so that the potion would stay in on the hair. And indeed, he told the opossum, he said, "Opossum, I need you to leave that snakeskin on with the magic potion on until the very moment when you're about to speak in front of the meeting." So Rabbit left, and Opossum thought everything was great. He went about his day, he went about his night. He slept 2 more evenings, and then it was time for meeting. And when he got to the meeting, he was ready to go up front, and he said, "Great Bear, I am going to speak first. But before I do, I would like to show all of these animals my lovely, lovely tail. Have you heard that I have a beautiful tail? Have you heard? Have you heard that I have a beautiful tail?" And so a possum got up in front of all of the animals, and he stood up and he said, "I'm ready to unveil my tail." And he started unwrapping that tail, taking off that snakeskin. And as he did, guess what? All of the hair fell onto the floor. And that grin, that big smile that a possum had, because he had the best tail of anyone, right? That big grin, it just froze there, and he didn't know what to do. And so he just looked at his hair on the ground, and in embarrassment, he fell over and played dead. And to this day, because of his vanity, a possum has the ugliest tail in all of the animal kingdom. And to this day, because he was so appalled, a possum always has that frozen grin. And to this day, because of that, all the animals laugh at a possum. So that's the story that I have for you tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful evening with the rest of the events. So enjoy, and thank you all.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna
Wow.
head this way to our next station. We're gonna go this way. All right. Just watch your step over this cord. You don't want anybody to trip.
Circle is just like their ears. It helps them to channel sound that comes in and put it into their ear hole so they can hear as well as possible. Great gray owls can hear a mouse under 2 feet of snow, swoop down and grab it through that snow. So today we're going to be testing how good your sense of hearing is. I'm going to give everybody, even the parents, you guys have to participate too, we're going to give you each an egg. This is a really terrible example. I need some water. There we go. So every egg that we give you is going to make a noise. Now, no cheating. You're not allowed to look at the number that's on the egg and compare it. So you're going to walk around, you're going to shake your egg, you're going to listen to everybody else shaking their eggs, and you're going to try to find the egg that makes the exact same noise as yours.
An owl? Of course an owl is such a snowy. Oh, and I would prefer a raven. Hello, and welcome to our color science lab. We are going to learn about how black is such a special color. And all the colors that are in black over here. And over here, there are secret messages which you have to decode. So, what we have are right here, these guys from the G first. And you over there with Sasha Snowy, and we'll switch. Come over here.
Come over here with Sasha,
Yep.
guys.
Yep, we're here.
So all of these special pieces of paper have secret messages on them. So you're going to take a little piece of paper, and can you see it? Well, I don't even know which way to turn it. So what you're going to do is lightly dip your little sponge into the grape juice, and then wipe it over the secret message, and it should be revealed. So give that to
Okay, well, can you do it? Hold on.
Did you see? So she's going to give us a piece of paper with a secret message, and then we're going to take some of the juice and wipe it right over there and see if we can find out what the secret message is, just like painting.
There you go.
It tricked you.
Now, what to do?
How are you going to do that? Oh, look at that. I have to know the answer. Oh, I think if we turn it this way, we can tell what it is. Oh, look at that.
So, do you know the secret to this little trick? The messages were written with a combination of baking soda and water. So you mix equal parts of baking soda and water, and we used a Q-tip and painted messages on a piece of paper with the baking soda and water. And then you use the grape juice. You let it dry. It has to dry really well, and then you wipe it with the grape juice. And the reason it works is the baking soda and water is an alkaline, and this is an acid. This is a base, and this is an acid. And the acid counteracts the base and makes it turn interesting colors.
Cool. We can do that at home.